at Pango, I can imagine that it's probably like a lower as far as like the AOV kind of compared to like a Reverb, for instance. So, how does that kind of impact the as far as the economics of the marketplace and even maybe even like how you approach marketing and growth?
Good question. So yeah, so Reverb had around a $300 AOV with around call it maybe a 7% take rate. Pango has a $12, or actually we're up to a $15 AOV with a 20% take rate. So higher take rate, smaller transactions, much smaller transactions. The biggest point of friction in the Pango world is it's a purely peer-to-peer marketplace. I don't have professional sellers. So you're literally buying from individuals. This is both the strength and a weakness. You're buying from individuals and you're buying from their inventory. Unfortunately, if you're looking for three books, the likelihood that they have those three books is pretty slim. So therefore, the shipping cost using USPS is a friction point. The $4 or $5 for the first 2 pounds is a friction point getting people to buy multiple books across vendors, right? So solving for that is probably our biggest challenge and our biggest opportunity of getting more sellers, greater inventory, so you're literally able to buy more from a seller. And figuring that out from a marketing point of view, we do spend. I'm using a similar strategy with Google AdWords. Now I'm actually deeper into the Instagram product marketing, using our merchant feed in Instagram, getting really good conversions on that as well as on AdWords. We are an app first model. Reverb was more of a web first, bigger AOV. People still want to buy on a computer, smaller AOV. They're comfortable buying more on an app. Pango is almost 70% app usage, 30% web and web mobile usage. And the goal is to use PLAs and Instagram catalog marketing to get your first transaction, to get you to be an app user, to be a seller and a buyer. The other thing that we learned at Reverb is buyers that become sellers are way more valuable than buyers alone, right? Buyers become sellers, become committed to the platform in ways that are hard to repeat, right? They feel connected as a seller and therefore they're a buyer. So building that sort of two-sided market is your core users, and those core users stick with you and they're way more loyal and they have greater retention. The other aspect of that marketing of that thing is that when you create a community, like we didn't like make this happen at Pango. And I'm not sure how Etsy made it happen with the notes and the cute wrapping and all that, but it's happening at Pango and it's a community thing. And people are actually willing to pay a little bit more for the shipping, knowing that they're buying from an individual rather than some large conglomerate, and they feel this connection of human commerce. And Etsy tries to sell that as well. This idea that you're literally buying from another human being, or you're sharing a book, you're sharing your literary desires with someone else who has similar things, right? Those are the kind of things in an AI world, those human connections, that sort of like community building, those are the things that I believe are going to win in an AI world. Like leverage AI to like build and scale your business and do it profitably, but like figure out those touch points that like will scale well way beyond something that some AI model could go build a book marketplace that's very lacking in sort of human personality and elements like that.